driven by passion.
Hi, I'm Chris Haggis with ProWatercraft.com, and if you have one of the SXR 1500cc Watercraft, you know one of the things about this ski is that you're not quite sure how much fuel is in it. They do come with a light that comes on around 2 gallons, but did that light just come on? Did it come on when your buddy was riding it? You weren't paying attention. If you don't know how much fuel's in your watercraft, you don't know how much fun you can have with it. So we have a cost-effective solution for it. It's right here underneath the gas cap. It is our fuel level gauge. It's a real simple way, cost-effective, like we were saying, they're only $20, to measure how much fuel's in it. I'm about 3 lines up. Great, so I know how much more fun I can have or how much more fuel I want to put in it. Let me show you how to install this product. So the install process goes like this. This is the stock fuel cap, and usually it has a chain that connects from the bottom of the fuel cap to the filler neck. Now you see we've already removed this. What we suggest, and this is just our suggestion, so we provide a zip tie that goes into the kit. On the end of this zip tie, I've already removed the little tab there that holds the chain. We remove this so the gas cap with our fuel level gauge goes on a lot easier. To remove this piece, like we said, we supply the zip tie. You zip tie it onto that little tab that's on there, and you get yourself some little cutters, and you just chop that off. Obviously the zip tie is so that little tab doesn't fall into your fuel tank. So now you've removed that, we can go on to the next step. Okay, so here's a look at what you'll get in the kit. Obviously, it's the fuel level gauge, the zip tie we just spoke about to cut off the little tab. Don't need that now. And then we have this little stainless steel pin. So to install this, it's quite simple. You already have a hole in your gas cap, right? The idea is to line that hole up with the fuel level gauge. So you'll see on the fuel level gauge here, it's got some, we're gonna call these little voids and stuff. Expect to see that, that's pretty normal. Doesn't really matter, doesn't affect things, but you wanna slip in the fuel cap, slides right in. And the idea is we wanna make sure that this hole here lines up with the hole that used to hold the chain. So you can hold this up to the light, kind of look through that. But once you get it lined up, and if it doesn't line up, and you're not sure, like, you know, do I want to, you know, you're confused, or maybe the hole is not right, you could always take a drill and reopen up the hole or rotate the cap and then drill another hole. It's not the end of the world. So you see how this thing slips right on. All right, so I've held it up to the light. I can see that. I'm gonna get the pin to go in. Let's slide this baby in here. Let's go that way. Okay, so now you have a little bit hanging out here. You'll take your pliers, you're gonna bend it up. Okay, and so I got a couple different pliers here, but the goal here is to bend these the same direction so they collapse into the fuel level gauge. You want them to be nice and tight onto our plastic piece. So you can see they're facing each other. They're tied up into the fuel level gauge. It's securely on. It's not going to fall off. And that's pretty much it. One little thing I want to point out about this product is it does come fairly straight from us. But once you install it a few times, the product does get a bit of a bow in it. This is totally normal. What you need to understand is when it does go in, the fuel neck and the gas tank aren't a perfect shot. So you do want to make sure that when you twist the cap on, you don't cross the threads. It's not difficult, fairly easy. As long as you know, the product will take care of you. Thanks from Pro Watercraft Racing.
For more information, check out our website, www.prowatercraftracing.com. Follow us on Facebook. You'll find us at Pro Watercraft Racing. And while you're here, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.